Hey, this is Joey Ucrop. Welcome back to another installment of the Try It Out Tuesday podcast. I continued the series of Virginia Try It Out Tuesdays with a place called Cookout. So, Cookout has been a favorite of mine, or I should say a point of interest of mine, ever since I was an intern out here at the local newspaper back in the summer of 2014. So, Cookout was revered by the Richmond Times-Dispatch interns as the place to go in the summertime. The food is a really good value, but they're known for their desserts, especially their milkshakes. At that time, they had the world-famous watermelon milkshakes, where it's not a slushie, it's not a Slurpee, it's not a slush puppy. It is quite literally a milkshake that has chunks of watermelon in it. I tried to get that this time around, but it's still too early in the season. Maybe I need to come back. So for this Try It Out Tuesday, my coworkers and I, so Steve, Jeff, who I talked about last episode, and me, made our way on over to Cookout. And Cookout is one of those places. It's a fast food chain, but they advertise as having the best value box in Richmond. So what that means is that you get all these things on this platter. Actually, in this case, it's a styrofoam box. And it is like $5, like less than $6. So naturally, I gravitated towards it. So I hadn't been to Cookout in 5 years, and it's funny because Michael and I have an ongoing joke that there's a bar in the Castro of San Francisco right off of Market Street where it has the exact same font, and it's called Lookout. We call it Lookout Cookout. And when we would drive down that main street when I first moved there, I'm like, oh, they got a Cookout. So I can just imagine eating things that are good value that time around. But lo and behold, they didn't. It's a East Coast only thing. As far as you can check the facts on that one. I haven't checked them yet. So for this place, for this Try It Out Tuesday, Steve, Jeff, and I went on over there, and I knew to get a value box because I had previous experience with it. I had the deluxe double cheeseburger, the onion rings, and the chicken nuggets. Now, that might sound like a lot of food. Well, it is and it isn't, because I like to think that Cookout is the equivalent to like going to a barbecue at like your uncle's house, and there are a couple leftover things, and he hastily wraps them in tin foil and sends you on your way so you can go eat them. Heat them up in the microwave, take the foil off, heat them up in the microwave at work the next day. So what that meal really consists of is you get a regular size. I mean, it's about the size of a McDouble, double cheese, McDonald's McDouble, double cheeseburger, and like 4 onion rings and 3 chicken nuggets. And, you get some sauce with that. So I had ordered that, and I knew what I was getting myself into. It's a good treat every once in a while, but it's not anything to really write home about. I did get onions on mine, which is good. I had all the veggies and whatnot. But Jeff got quesadilla and chicken nuggets, and he was disappointed. It was a pretty sorry looking setup that he had ordered. And Steve had gotten the barbecue sandwich, which I just had a feeling. I mean, it didn't look like it was very good either, so I'd probably stray away from those options. But mine was good. It was exactly what I was looking to have. So I enjoyed them thoroughly. This is a Cookout on Laburnum Road, which is actually closest in distance to where I'm staying on this trip. It was in like a strip mall, but we went there at nighttime, so I wasn't really able to get some very good pictures. I didn't no pictures of the food on this one or any selfies in front of the Cookout. I do have a picture of the sign, though, that I took, so at least you can say I was there. So anyway, I got these items at Cookout, and I was eating my dinner, and it was good. I mean, again, Steve and Jeff were pretty critical of it, but that's okay. I don't think they really made the right choices, but I was able to get dessert there because they're known for it. And I looked at the menu, and they have I think 40 choices of shakes. Unfortunately, like I said, the watermelon's seasonal, but I went with the double thickness chocolate shake, and I was thinking, it's just double the chocolate. No, I got it, and that thing was solid. I mean, I tried to use a straw, just couldn't do it. Had to use a spoon. It was thicker than Frosty consistency, but it was really good. and I thoroughly enjoyed it on my drive home. But as I ordered, I got the small, and the lady at the counter was saying something about not being able to finish one of those smalls, and she was right. I mean, it's a dense milkshake. But anyway, it was a trip to Lookout Cookout, and not much really to report on it other than it's pretty standard, but the milkshake was thick. So for those of you going to Lookout Cookout, I recommend going with the value box. Get a little experimental. Chicken nuggets is a side. Why not? And get some onion rings in there, and there's just so many options that you can put with it. So why not just mix it up and get a little weird? Anyway, that was Lookout Cookout. Thanks for listening to another Try It Out Tuesday installment. We'll see you next time.